just before Christmas, my wife took herself off on a cruise with her girly friends around the Mediterranean, leaving me much to my own devices. While she was away, I thought I would clean the house, you see. So I got a duster and did some dusting. And I noticed that our furniture was a bit dull. So I thought I would get it to be a bit more shiny, you know. I looked around the house for the stuff and couldn't find any. So I went down to our local hardware superstore. I was wandering around when I was approached by a gentleman in a t-shirt and a badge and stuff. And he said to me, "Can I help you, sir?" And I said, "Yes, please. Polish for furniture." And he said, "Marble." And I said, "I beg your pardon?" He said, "Marble." Gave me a smug look and walked off. So our furniture remains dull. Anyway, my daughter, who had been doing some volunteer work at the local primary school, said to me, you know, while I was at a loose end, why didn't I come to school and watch the nativity that she had been helping with, you know. Although in the event she wasn't there, she had an appointment with the dentist. So I said, yeah, that's a good idea. So I went along to the primary school. Not being a parent, I sat near the back, you know, as you did. And I made sure that my coat pockets were full of snacks, in case I got peckish, you see. Anyway, while I was sat there waiting for the show to begin, a young man walked up and dressed as a shepherd. And I knew him because he lives around the corner. And he said to me, "Mr. Banana Stash, do you love baby cheeses?" I said, "Yes, I do. I really do. Thank you. Yes." "What about you?" And he said, "I love baby cheeses very, very much." I said, "That's good. I have 2 in my pocket. Would you like one?" He said, "Yes, please." I said, "Good. Don't eat the wax." So we had a little nibble, you know, together. And he had to go off to be in the play, you know. And the play started, you know, and it was very good. There were 6 wise men. But I guess you can never have too much wisdom. Anyway, so I watched the play, and he came on. It turns out he wasn't a shepherd, he was actually Joseph, you know. He was the stepfather of our Lord, you know. Which I thought was very noble of him, really, to take on the child of another entity, you know, Joseph. Anyway, his first line as he came on was, "We have to find somewhere to sleep." So we waddled on with Marie, and Marie was doing very well, holding a football underneath her dress, you see. She wouldn't be the first person to believe that the Messiah was called Elias. Anyway, so they came on. Now, somewhere between leaving me and delivering his first line, young Joseph had eaten the cheese. But it seemed to be later rather than sooner. For when he delivered his first line, "We have to find somewhere to sleep," on the "huh," he projected a shower of cheers that landed all over a lady on the front row, who was wearing a very nice suit and had very nice coiffured hair, who turned out to be the head teacher. So she was rather upset at this situation. And young Joseph was absolutely distraught. And he began to cry. And as he was crying, he said to the audience, "I'm sorry, he gave it to me," pointing at me, you see. Now, I realized that I was in a rather precarious position as, you know, a gentleman of a certain age in a primary school, with no relatives there at all, giving out treats to young people. It could turn quite nasty, I thought, if, you know, things became misunderstood. So I thought, right, I better get on the front foot here. So I stood up, you see, and I said, "We were only discussing our deep love for baby cheeses." And everybody went, "Oh, isn't that nice?" And I said, "Yes, and I also felt that, you know, as it was the time of giving at Christmas, we should share, and we were sharing. And it was, it was my joy to give, because, never has so much been given by so few to so many at Christmas time. And you know what? I got a standing ovation. And the nativity proceeded and finished. And young Joseph was very, very good. And everybody was very, very happy. And the head teacher came to me at the end and said, "Mr. Bananastash, thank you so much for your speech. It's very important that we all acknowledge our love for baby cheeses." And I said yes, although I couldn't take my eyes off a piece of cheese lodged in her parting. The other day I was walking through my village, and I noticed a building being renovated, and outside stood its proprietor. And I walked up to him and I said, "Good day." He said, "Good day." And I said, "I'm interested in your brass," said he. He said, "I'm not wearing one." I said, No, I mean your eatery, your establishment for fine dining." He said, "All right." I said, "It's very important to use the finest ingredients." And he nodded at me. And I said, the finest asparagus and aubergine are very important, as is garlic, but not too much. He nodded. And I said, even the, ordinary vegetables should be locally sourced, like your carrots and parsnips, from local suppliers. He nodded. And I continued to give him advice, feeling that maybe it might be worth, a free meal, a glass of wine. In the end, I didn't even get a coffee. He just walked off. Charming. You try to help, And what do you get?